Welcome to Google Keep, a fantastic organizational tool that Google actually has had for a while. But you might have seen it in a lot of newsletters and around the internet lately for some of the innovations. And it's a great thing that I think is going to catch fire here at Lincoln Unified. An organizational tool for teachers, administrators, and students alike. And especially as we start to see more student use of the Chromebooks, I really think we need to think seriously about how students can use this in a very positive way to reach both content goals and organizational goals. So we're going to cover some basics here. For example, keep.google.com here in the address bar is a great way to get there. But also, you'll see here in the Google Apps dashboard, otherwise known as the waffle, you can go down to the icon Keep and access it as well. And what will pop up is your Google Keep homepage. Here you see that I have several notes, and it's as simple as clicking under Take a Note, give it a title. I'm just going to do a generic to-do list. And at this point, you can start to type the items that are relevant. So thinking about do homework, grade, test, finish, progress, reports. Okay, using this as an example. Now, there's so much to do beyond just making this particular note that I would like to highlight. The very first thing to note is that you can, as you see here, this nickname is the snowman, the 3 dots here. This is a more menu. You can do things, for example, like show checkboxes. So you can turn them into checkboxes so that when you get them done, you can check them off. So that's a nice handy item. And then if you have more to add, you see here under list item, once you type it out and hit return, it'll appear as a checkbox. Another thing that is really great here is you can, for example, add a drawing. And in another screencast, I'll show you, it's a little bit more involved, but it's really simple once you've done it once, is you can add a drawing to your note so that you can sketch out your ideas even further. You can copy to a Google Doc. There's so many different things that you can do. Let's take a look at some of the icons here. For example, you can add an image. When you click here on add an image, you'll see here it wants to go to your hard drive. Very cool thing that I'll cover in a later screencast is that there is a Google Keep app that connects directly to your Google Keep account. And there you can add notes onto Google Keep, and you can pull photos into your notes from your phone, like pictures you've taken in the outside world or downloaded from the internet or anything like that, and put right into your Google Keep. So here in this hard drive would be photos that I've downloaded from the internet or from some other source, or you see here from my Google Drive. It will take me to my Google Drive, and it will allow me to choose an image that I might actually want to use. A lot of great opportunities. You see here that I put an image in this particular note as well. Continuing on. Another thing that you can do is you can collaborate on notes with somebody. Let's say a joint research project or a unit that you're planning. This is a great opportunity to plan a unit together. Think big. Think about on one side of your screen, a Google Hangout with your fellow teacher as you're planning, and a collaborative note on the other side that you guys are putting on ideas, adding images into, making a checklist. You can really get a lot of things going, and it doesn't always have to be in a physical location that you're meeting, and you can still be productive. You'll see here the icon to the left is how you set a reminder. And how you set a reminder is you can change so here, what time of day that you'd like to be reminded. You can in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. You can customize it. If in fact those preset times are not exactly what you're looking for, then you can add a time. You can have it repeat, set the date, and then it'll remind you of whatever it is that you want to be reminded on in that note. Really a lot of great features. One other thing here, you see that the color palette, you can change its color so that you can help categorize it, or if you have a system for what color means what, very easily to organize yourself in that way. So you see here is the note that I created in this tutorial. One last thing is, after a while, if you're using Google Keep a lot, you're going to see that a lot of notes make it kind of unwieldy. But you over here to the left in the menu can create labels. When you create labels, what it does is organize certain notes under certain label titles. So you see here, I have labels based on personal interest, projects that I'm doing. Students could have labels based on classes that they are taking. Teachers could do it based on the classes that they're teaching, as well as projects that they're working on. So if you see here, the top one is Blended Learning Newsletter. So it took all of my notes that are under that label, and those are the only ones that I see. And if everything that I have in this note is done and I don't need it anymore, then another option to note is that I can over here, I can delete it, or I can down here in this folder here, I can archive it. So in that way, I can always retrieve it, but it's not in my window if in fact I've already done it and I've already taken care of it. Look for further screencasts in order to look at some of the collaborative features between Google Keep and Google Doc. Thank you for watching, and I really urge you to try Google Keep.